Our world today is one giant, misled quest for outer perfection. Since the advent of digital art, we have been constantly assaulted with images of perfection through basically every facet of pop culture every day. The catch is that in reality, that perfection we see and crave is just an illusion. Perfection itself is impossible and only exists in a digital space, whether that be a photoshopped celebrity image or an idealized fictional world, an identity in Second Life. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein parallels this struggle with media ideals because the monster's exterior appearance is grotesque and repulsive, the exact unideal for a society of creatures whose goal in life is to fit in and be loved. However, on the inside, this monster is kind-hearted, selfless, and well-meaning, the perfect friend, the kind of person who would fit in, who everyone would want to love. The tragedy is that we humans have extreme difficulty overlooking appearances to get to the real substance of a person or thing. We are too consumed with the outer and too negligent of the inner. Frankenstein's monster is the exact opposite of what we strive for in our lives and images. We want flawless skin and thin legs and Sims mansions and Call of Duty glory. And the only place we can attain this is in this unreality, this cyberspace world that only exists in a binary code of zeros and ones. The character of the monster, which we find so externally repulsive, is in actuality what we should be striving for if we want an honestly happy life with real meaning. We should want to cultivate our character and not spend so much time worrying about appearances and image. Thus, Victor Frankenstein, the genius scientist, is the dreamer, the optimist, the advocate of a better tomorrow, who wants and desires the truth and reality that only a good and honest creature can attain. Thus, he creates his monster, who has these traits, and has the potential to change society for the better. However, Victor and his monster exist in a reality that doesn't recognize the value of that true goodness, that honest character, so his monster ends up scorned and rejected. This is exactly like the world we live in today. Like Victor, we know in the back of our minds that goodness of heart leads to happiness, but that doesn't mean we're any more capable of scorning appearances and reputation in favor of virtue. The pressure for visible public perfection is just too great, so we escape into the only place where this is possible and frankly easy, the digital world. We flock to cyberspace and social networks and digitalize perfection in shallow self-gratification. The noblest thing someone can do in a world like this is be a person of worth, true worth, as in character and substance. And because decent people give back to their communities, we all benefit from these people. This character development may take place in the digital world, where awards can be given, as in Jane McGonigal's real-world crisis awareness games. But more likely, it has to take place in a much more difficult setting, that of reality. Our 3D, oxygenated, imperfect world, where people have incurable obesity and crooked noses and asthma. We are not yet mature enough for a digital world, but it's here anyway. The best we can do is foster our inner monster in this world of false perfection.